You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps, and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello, welcome back to the podcast if you are returning, and welcome if you are brand new to Unstoppable Actors. I can't wait to dive into today's episode, in which I'm going to be sharing with you 6 method acting exercises that are going to help you bring more truth and more emotion to your roles. Really important that we speak about this, because this helps you build your confidence in yourself as an actor. It banishes those nerves and that overthinking. But more than that, it has a knock-on effect, because when you feel good about the work that you're producing, you're more likely to be more proactive with your acting career, as in you will seek out more opportunities, you'll be writing to those agents, those casting directors, and of course, with a better level of talent, you're more likely to have those opportunities come to fruition. So you're more likely to get cast because you can bring your A game with your work. You're more likely to get taken on by one of those many agents that you've been writing out to, because they'll buy into you because you're talented. So yes, I'm going to share with you the 6 method acting exercises that will help you do this. Now, of course, this is not an exhaustive list. There are way more method acting exercises than that, than the ones that I'm going to be sharing with you. But for now, 6 is a good number to go through because it's not too overwhelming. Before we dive into this, I just want to let you know that enrollment is now open for the Method Actor Circle, and this is so very exciting. It's such an amazing opportunity for you. The Method Actor Circle, it's a monthly membership where you get audition classes on demand, you get character development classes on demand, you get the back catalogue of all the previous classes that have happened, so you can watch all the recordings to constantly top up with your craft at your own leisure, and you get access to the live classes, the live online classes when they take place. And also this month, this round of the Method Actor Circle, we are giving away 15 cover letter templates, so word for word templates for writing to casting directors and agents. Usually these would be £40 to buy by themselves, but we're giving them away for free. And also, as another bonus, we've got a guided visualization to step into the character and immerse into them fully, which would usually cost you £29 to buy, and that's been added in for free as well. So those 2 bonuses alone come to £69, and you've got the back catalogue of all the previous classes that have been taken and recorded, and then you've got the upcoming live classes as well. So the total comes to £166, but because we want more unknown actors like yourself booking work in the industry, breaking through into the industry, you can get this for £27 per month. This is incredible value, but not only that, it's going to help you take your skills to the next level so you can actually start booking those roles that you want. So I've left the link for that underneath the episode. And for now, we're going to dive into these 6 method acting exercises that are going to help you bring more truth and emotion to your roles. First thing, before I share with you what they are, I need to tell you about the method acting triangle. Some of you will have already heard of this because you've listened to previous episodes. For some of you, this is a brand new concept. So the method acting triangle, as it's a triangle, has 3 points on it. Who would have known? But at the top, we've got relaxation. On the right-hand side, we've got concentration. And on the very last point, the third and final point, we've got imagination. So relaxation, concentration, imagination. These are the 3 things that you need in place. You need to be relaxed, you need to be focused, and your imagination needs to be working for you to bring truth, vitality, edge, emotion, and spark and clarity to the role. However, what usually happens is concentration is the one thing that we don't get a handle of, and that can be because we're not actually as relaxed as we think we are. So when we're not concentrating on what we need to concentrate on to get us into character, what we end up focusing on instead is overthinking. Now, this leads to you playing small, it leads to you not feeling fully confident in what you're doing, it leads to you making poor character choices, it leads to you going back into something called default acting. And I'm going to tell you what that is in a moment. But overthinking in method acting is actually called mental tension. Now, if we think about tension is something that's stretched beyond its capacity. So mental tension is all the thoughts that are whirring off and firing off in your head that are not helpful. I think it was Lee Strasberg who called mental tension the occupational disease of the actor. So it's the thing that blocks you from giving your best performances. So mental tension is overthinking. Overthinking can be any kind of thoughts, such as, I'm not doing good enough. What does everyone think of my performance? Am I getting it right? How am I supposed to say the lines to make them sound natural? Can I even connect to this emotion? Shit, did I say that line right? Have I forgot a line? Have I missed something out? Am I making a fool of myself? Am I remembering everything? Whatever thoughts go off in your head that are not helping you connect to the character, they are mental tension. Now, what we have to do to overcome this mental tension is give our imagination something to work with. Because when we're overthinking and in mental tension, we're actually in our misguided imagination, which leads to default bad acting habits that I spoke about a moment ago. So let's just have a little whiz through what some of these default bad acting habits are. They are saying lines in a repeated pattern, parrot fashion. So if you're saying the lines the same way each take, each rehearsal, each performance, you're not actually in the moment and you've got stuck in mental tension. There will be some thought behind this that is blocking you from connecting to the lines naturally. If you resort to shouting to display anger, or you always default to anger or aggression or arguments in scenes, as opposed to finding the softer moments within conflict, that's also a default bad acting habit. And the reason you're doing that is because you're on autopilot, because you're not fully relaxed, because there's some thought preceding you not being in the moment. Now, I don't know what that thought is. I've already given you a list of what some of those thoughts are. Like, can I do this? Am I getting it right? Does everyone like what I'm doing? Am I making myself look stupid? That's not an exhaustive list. You will know what your thoughts are. But it's those thoughts that lead to us just turning everything into an argument or turning everything into being quite aggressive or feisty. Another default bad acting habit is standing still in the scene and actually forgetting that your character always has something to do, which is known as an independent activity. So if you stand still in the scene and you're just standing opposite your scene partner, that's because there is some mental tension in your brain that is stopping you from actually creating the scene visually as well via behaviour. And then another default bad acting habit is gasping or making this sort of sound to try and either make you feel an emotion or to demonstrate an emotion. And again, this is always preceded by mental tension. I mean, this is, again, it's not an exhaustive list of default bad acting habits. It's just a short list of the common default bad acting habits that I see. But again, all of them are preceded by mental tension. And that's where, if we go back to this triangle where we've got relaxation, concentration, imagination, your concentration is not on point when you default into one of these bad acting habits. And it really means that you're not relaxed. Your mind is not relaxed. So it's affecting your performances. So there are some method acting exercises that we can use. Again, this is not an exhaustive list. As I've already said at the beginning, I don't want to overwhelm you. So I'm going to go through them. We've got sense memory, rampaging, personalization, animal exercise, script analysis, private moment. These are 6 method acting exercises that will make the biggest difference to your acting career. And on that triangle, where we've got that concentration point, which is second, they will get you to focus. So then when we get to the third point, which is imagination, you're actually in your pure creative imagination and not your misguided imagination. Again, as I've already said, there are plenty more method acting exercises than this, but for now, for where you're at, these are the ones that you want to become familiar with. So sense memory is a phenomenal exercise because via your imagination and memory, you recreate the senses in the scene: heat, sound. So for example, if you are supposed to be in the Sahara Desert in the play that you're doing, but you're actually very aware that you're in a theatre. Well, if you're aware that you're in a theatre, that would be known as mental tension, because you're aware, oh, I'm actually in a theatre, and that's blocking you from getting into your pure creative imagination. And then you start getting in your misguided imagination, which is, oh shit, I realise I'm in a theatre. This is not the Sahara Desert. Oh my God, how do I even make this look truthful? Or whatever thought process goes on in your head. So you go into that mental tension. But with sense memory, you would draw upon your memory of sand, your memory of heat, your memory of maybe of being in a vast space with not very much around you. And what that does is it helps you focus, and then your imagination starts tricking your body into believing that you are actually in this place. And then you start having actual experiences in your own body. You start feeling very hot. Your throat might start feeling dry from breathing in the dry air. You start feeling, exhausted, because you believe that you're in this Sahara Desert or wherever it is. You believe that you're in this place. And then what that does is it allows you to immerse not only in the character, but in the scene and create truth. You get genuine emotion, you get a genuine experience, and you genuinely live through the character. Such a powerful exercise, and I use this a lot in the Method Actor Circle, and it creates such amazing results. Our actors in the Method Actor Circle go from pretending to actually experiencing. And if you decide to join the Method Actor Circle, you can watch any of the classes back that have already been recorded, that have already taken place, and you can see the difference for yourself. Then we've got rampaging. So rampaging is something you do before a scene starts, and it allows you to generate the energy and the momentum needed to begin the scene. So you're not starting the scene cold and warming into it. You're already right there, and you feel you've got purpose before the scene has even begun. Because without rampaging, what happens is, as I've already said, you'll start the scene cold, and then either halfway into the scene or 3/4 of the way into the scene, you've relaxed, you've found your way into it, and then you're creating truth. But that's not great, especially not in an audition situation. We need to be telling the truth from the beginning. So you will really connect to the character's purpose in the scene, their scene need. You will really feel this internal desire to achieve what it is that they want. You will feel connected to the emotions of the character, and you will raise the stakes, meaning you won't play small, you won't hide away, you'll make big, bold choices. And again, we use this in the Method Actor Circle, and it is absolutely astonishing to see it before and after. When someone doesn't use it and how they're trying to feel the way through the scene compared to when they do use it and they just come in with so much energy and vitality and truth. It's absolutely mesmerizing. It's one of my personal favorite exercises to use because it's a very quick exercise you can use that can get you in the moment super quick. The next one is personalization. So personalization is about connecting to the emotion in the scene. It's about identifying with the emotion that the character is experiencing and recognizing how you understand that emotion as an actor. So then you can live through the scene drawing upon your life experience, which gets you to bring raw, visceral emotion into it. So you're not demonstrating, you're not pretending to feel angry, you're not pretending to be sad, you're not pretending to be excited, you are genuinely having an experience. The next exercise on the list is animal exercise. I absolutely love this exercise. It's where you study an animal, the animal matches the character in some way, you study it, you then focus on transforming or manipulating your body into that of the animal, and then you start to humanize it. Now, what this does is it stops you playing every single character the exact same way physically. So you get to focus on the character's physicality, because through physicality we find personality. So then you can connect into the character's physicality and their personality, and the two go hand in hand. But without this, what you'll do instead is you'll just play every character exactly the same way physically, and usually the characters are just responding how you would. If you want to take your acting to the next level and you want to create those captivating, magnetizing performances where people cannot take their eyes off you, animal exercise is the one. And there are many, many famous method actors who use this. One that just springs to mind, it's a very old film for those of you that are relatively young or new to the acting industry, but Marlon Brando in Godfather uses a bulldog to create the character of Vito Corleone, and it is absolutely fascinating to see, because when you watch him play Vito Corleone in Godfather and then you go and watch some of his other work, the characters look and sound nothing like each other. So that makes him, or made him, sorry, because he's no longer alive, a versatile actor. And I'm pretty sure you want to be a versatile actor, because that's what makes you stand out. It's what makes people in the power to be able to give you roles and to be able to help you move up the career ladder. It gives them trust in you because they go, wow, look at this person who is so talented. The next exercise is script analysis. Now, without script analysis, what many actors do is they'll read the full script, then they'll just keep going over and over their scenes, but they won't read the full script, probably any more than once or twice. Script analysis, although it might seem like a boring, tedious exercise, is actually really bloody good because it gets you to read the script multiple times. It gets you to work with your pure instincts and imagination to begin with, and then to keep digging deeper to find clues about the character that other actors are overlooking because they're simply not reading the script enough times. So script analysis allows you to find what's unique about the character. And we do this inside the Method Actor Circle in the character development classes because we want you playing the character in a unique way, in a way that no other actor can copy, no other actor can play them, because you've done all the digging and you've found clues that other actors are overlooking. Now, this is important for you because as an unknown actor, you've got to stand out in the industry at the minute because you only have your skills to rely on. And then the final exercise is called Private Moment. I love this exercise. So Private Moment is an exercise that gets you to think about the character beyond the script. And really the purpose of it is to help you lose your inhibitions. Now, when you're overthinking, you'll have walls up, you'll be inhibited. It means you're a bit shy, you're a bit embarrassed, you play small, you don't make big, bold, interesting character choices. You just do what's easy and safe for you. But Private Moment is where you take the character and you put them in a situation away from the script where they feel very, very comfortable, and they're on their own and they're doing something that they would do in private, and you get so engrossed in the exercise that you forget you're being watched. Because what usually happens when you're overthinking is you are aware you are being watched. And so in the December character development classes that are coming up next month, December 2023, we are going to be diving into Private Moment. To really allow our actors to immerse in the character, forget they're being watched, and make those interesting, risky, bold character choices so they stand out, so people can't take their eyes off of them. It's absolutely phenomenal what will happen to you when you do this exercise. And as I've already said, there are plenty more method acting exercises, but for now, those 6 are a good starting point for you if you are quite new to method acting. And if you're familiar with method acting, these are a good refresher for you. So as I've already said, these are the ones that we explore in the Method Actor Circle amongst the many others as well. So just as a reminder, the Method Actor Circle is a monthly membership for actors. It's available for £27 a month, which is very, very low cost because you get an audition zone class in there where you bring your auditions, your upcoming auditions, and you get coached on them before you submit your self-tape. So you're feeling confident, you're standing out, you're delivering your best. You get your character development class as well, where this is a 4-hour class and we go through a script in depth with a particular method acting exercise for that month. In December, it's going to be Private Moment, where we get you to immerse in the character, release the nerves, learn more favourable ways to rehearse where you're not getting stuck in patterns, and move away from the overthinking. But then also for the first 15 actors who register at this time of enrolment, you're also going to get the ultimate cover letter bundle, which is cover letter templates that I've already pre-written them and I've tested them and they work and they get responses from agents and casting directors. You're going to get that, and you're also going to get the getting character guided visualization. So as I've said, these would usually cost you altogether to buy, if you were to buy them separately, £166, but you can get them for £27. So you might as well just go and grab this offer. Try the Method Actor Circle for a month, get the cover letter templates, get the guided visualization to get into character, and start building your skills up now ready for 2024. So you are feeling confident, you've moved away from the overthinking, you're not getting stuck in performance patterns, and you're actually feeling your best. So come 2024, or even now, if you're feeling very proactive, you're going to put yourself out there in the industry and start bagging more roles. So as I've said, link is underneath this episode. Let's do this together. Let's get your acting career off the ground together. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode, and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors Handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.